I want to talk about love. Don't shut me off just because I'm old in your eyes, as if love were a subject only for the young. Don't say that just because I have this gray hair that I am somehow banned from this conversation. For I have found that I have just begun to realize the depth and power of this thing. I have just begun to understand love. And, to be fair, much of what passes for love is mere infatuation. Oh, I've been there, where merely being in her presence made me tremble. But I've come to know that that emotion does not resemble the true depth and power of love. I've done the romance, love at first glance, the slow dance, the getting lost in the expanse of this must be my soulmate trance. And I've had to reassemble all the broken pieces when love like that proved false. I can tell you, staying drunk for days in no way eases the pain of that lonely, stumbling waltz. But I know some things about love. I know the love of a good, true friend, where months or years may pass between and the conversation does not end, but wanders on to wane or grow, to transcend the spaces in our lives. And I have held my child in the palm of this one hand to count each finger and toe. And I have shared a bed for decades now, and shared the laughter, and cried, and fought, and dreamed a dream with this one woman, and still, in her presence, I find I linger and know anew something about love. And there is more. I have lifted up the quiet clay in which my dad once lived and pushed the cart past my mother's eyes, down the walk and into the van, and shook the hand of the man in the black suit who took him away. I have stood with sons as they buried their mothers, and with mothers as they lay their sons into the ground. There's love down in the center of grief. I know something about love. I have spoken the vows and joined the hands and blessed the rings and eaten the cake on joyous days when two become one. And I have filed the motions and elicited the testimony and divided the house and split the children when love had failed. Oh, I need to talk about love. But I do not need to talk about these kinds of love. They are but shadows, faded reflections of the real thing. Oh, they are better, more real, more true than all the nonsense love that has invaded our vocabularies. Candy heart love, love of puppies, soft rain, thin crust pizza, silly love, celebrity worship, supermarket checkout tabloid love. I don't want to talk about that foolishness at all. But I do need to talk about love. Because there exists within this universe real love, unfathomable, indescribable, unsearchable love, the kind of love we all dream of, without condition, unexpectedly, freely given, higher, deeper, stronger, more passionate, more intimate, more consummate than can be described. And don't take off now, just because I'm about to say the word God. I'm not about to go all preacher on you, but the truth is, you cannot get to either the height or the depth of real love without encountering the one who is love. Here's the deal with God. Just because he is God, by his very nature, God has only one speed. He is either all in or else he is all out. God is a binary, 0 or 1, on or off. For God, because he sees everything, knows everything, understands everything, there is no confusion, no maybe. Down here, where we live, it seems like a gray world. Our view is so narrow, so pedestrian. Our vision is so short, our perspective so incomplete, our knowledge so rudimentary about everything that we can be certain of nothing. Were it not for the fact that we worry about it, we would not even be sure that we exist. Cognito ergo sum. The worldview of the world says nothing is ever always right. Nothing is ever always wrong. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing matters. But God does not dwell in that grayness. His vision is clear. And that supreme clarity of God is called holiness. Let's not quibble over words. Pick one. Holiness, righteousness, godlikeness, glory. The fact is, He is, and we are not. He is pure and perfect light, and we are laced and marbled with darkness. He is an exploding supernova, and we are a bit of cosmic dust. Confronted with the blinding brightness of His being, we simply cease. He is unapproachable in His glory. This is bad news for us. But I do not want to talk about holiness. I want to talk about love. You see, for reasons unknown and perhaps unknowable, this holy God chose to love me, the actual me. Not the one He designed, not the one I might become, not the one He and my mother wished for. Just me, selfish and untrustworthy and greedy, ignorant and arrogant, afraid of the dark and of the darkness within me, a breaker of faith, a breaker of promises, broken and unholy me. But love is personal and intimate, and the ultimate holiness of God destroys me in His embrace. So, to reach across the space between us, He abandons His place. This is love, so that I can touch His face. With no guarantee that I would respond or even care, He empties Himself of His glory and endures the disgrace and comes looking for me in the darkness, in the muck and the mess I have made of myself. His gift is called grace. I have to talk about that love. There is power in love, even in its cheapest and weakest forms, and in its highest manifestation, in the one who defines and demonstrates love in its pure and transcendent expression, the one who is love, there is unimaginable power. It is the greatest force in the universe. It is stronger than death. And it changes people. It changes minds and hearts and lives. It doesn't just repair or restore, it makes new. Not merely healed, but reborn. Not just better, but perfect. Not just better, but whole and complete. His love has the power to make me into a new person. That is the love I'm talking about. You probably can't see it yet. I still resist His love sometimes, and He honors my choices, even when they're wrong. But in the greater reality beyond this physical world, His love has saved me, and even in the here and now, I can feel His embrace. Just one more thing about this love, and then I am through. Love is contagious. When He broke down the walls and made peace with me, He broke down all my walls. I stopped being His enemy and yours. I cannot but love you. It's wired into my new DNA. Hate me, hurt me, mock me, ignore me, unfriend me. Still, I will work and wish for only the best for you. and that you will experience, like me, the exorbitant love of His matchless grace. I'm old, older now than I have ever been. And when the protein cobwebs of age have finally wrapped my brain and strangled it bit by bit, it will be the synapses of love that last remain, because deep within the gray matter beneath this gray hair, the amygdala has captured and cataloged every instance and aspect of the love of my life and forwarded it on as a treasure awaiting me in my new home. Go ahead. Laugh if you want. He still loves you, as do I.